asked about sauces, so you know, I never quit fooling around with stuff, and I like a lot of flavors. I like things spicy, you know, spicy barbecue, my kind of thing. This is our original sauce. It's simply sweet. It's thick. It's sweet. Has a lot of sugar in it. Not much twang, but it's the one that we put on all our pork and chicken and everything as it comes out of the pit, the ribs, everything. Then we had to come up with a spicy, so we took it, modified it, and came up with this. So this is our seductively spicy. So those two we have available, and we make it here. There's no preservatives in it, so we keep it in the refrigerator for now. We're working on some bottling options, but we can keep that in the cooler. People come in and buy that every day. Well, then we have some other stuff because, you know, barbecue, you gotta have a mustard. So we got a Carolina mustard. You know, I have people come in from other places, and it's one of the things you have to love about barbecue. Well, that's not like Carolina mustard where I'm from. Yeah, I'm sure it's not. This is my Carolina mustard. But you know, there are so many things in barbecue that have come from other cultures and migration and the evolution of the country throughout since the 1700s. And one of them was when the Germanic tribes came through the colonies, and they brought mustards and they brought vinegars and they brought peppers and pickles and things. And I'm sure that's where Carolina mustard started. So that's our Carolina mustard. Give that a swirl. I brought spoons too. We'll take you right through the palate here.
Did you know, since we're on this, before I put it in my mouth, so if you put it directly onto your tongue, you're not getting the whole effect of what the flavors are, because there's certain sensitivities on your tongue that hit from the front all the way to the back. So if you want to get nothing but the pungency of it, if you tuck your tongue into the back of your teeth, it'll immediately hit the middle to the back of your tongue, and you'll get nothing but those acidity notes and stuff. If you want the sweetness and everything else, then you take it all in, and it's pretty interesting.
Yes, it is, and it's also part of the reason why different chili peppers hit you in a different part of your mouth.
Exactly.
They all burn a little differently. So that's our Carolina mustard.
Oh, that's good.
That's something we call hogwash. Yeah, there's an R in it, hogwash.
Nice.
You wash your clothes in a washer, or you wash your clothes in a washer, which is it? Doesn't matter. So I put that on two things. We put that on a sandwich we call whole hog, and when I take a whole hog out for catering, I use that to baste the meat with while I'm pulling it out of the carcass. It's a gastrique. You know, it's got a little mustard. It's got a lot of sweet. It's got some vinegar twang to it.
Wow, that reminds me of pig picking, man.
Yeah.
That screams pig picking.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Okay, so
Ooh, it comes the heat.
So those were our four original sauces that we used. We started, you know, and then we got this one guy that comes in. He goes, "I need some spicy sauce." We give him that. That's not spicy enough. You want Tabasco? No, that ain't spicy enough. I need something spicy. Okay, so the next thing out of the gate is we make this one right here. This is called, make sure I give you the right one. That's Devil's Kool-Aid.
That's got to be a good one.
Well, I gotta try that one. I like the Devil's Kool-Aid. Thanks, sir.
I brought spoons.
You can actually see the.
So this is more made a little more along the lines of like an enchilada sauce.
Smell it.
You know, it's got some different things in it, but it's got a lot of pepper. You know,
Man, the flavor on that is so deep.
That's what I was gonna say. The flavor, like
It's
a lot of people are afraid of chilies, but the flavor is amazing. That's great.
that one's so complex.
all right. And then before we get any hotter, I'll give you this. This is Texas Red. All right, there's a whole story behind this. This is what I put on my brisket plates. It's what we put on the side of their sandwiches and stuff like that. In Texas, they don't have sauce. You ask them for sauce until you go home. In Texas, barbecue is kind of like a religion.
Right.
You know, if you grew up going to this place with your grandpa for 3 generations, that's the only one you go to. You don't go across the street to the other one just to check them out. And so their idea of sauce is you'll go in and you'll find a beer bottle on the table. It's about 90% full of vinegar, maybe a tablespoon of ketchup, and some red chili flake in it, which I happen to think is great. I think it palates the smoke, palates the fat. It's really good on the brisket and other
My
meats.
favorite.
So when we started as a caterer, before we had the restaurant, I would take that out. And people were like, "Oh, what's this?" And I'd tell them, and they go, "Oh, I don't like that." People in Vegas just don't get it. You know, there's a re-education to some of this. So we built this sauce, along that same peppery, twangy vinegar, made it a little bit thicker, just a touch of sweet to it, and now they love it. So this
Is
is
there celery salt in there, or celery seed?
and this one or
The last one we tried.
the Devil's Kool-Aid. You know,
All right, you
there's some things we're gonna have to date a little longer before I give you all my secrets. But this is what we put on brisket.
Can I get another spoon? For me?
I'm sorry. We're gonna do this a couple of times. So might as well have a few.
We were fortunate enough to travel, and we went to Texas, and
It's good, huh? And it's pretty. You know what I mean?
I think you
I don't
nailed
know if you
that.
can see the color of that, but it's pretty in the
That
bottom.
good?
Now you
that might be
know
my favorite one right there.
I was a saucier in a French restaurant for a long time.
I do.
So I put a lot of that to work here.
We both like the more vinegar versus the molasses, or the.
Now my wife,
That's bomb.
my wife, God bless her, she's just amazing. But she, when we first met, she was all about the candy. Everything had to be the sweet, like she devours that half a second. She loves my ribs. The sweeter the better. Whatever. But I gotta tell you,
It's about the acidity, isn't it?
she would love it.
Yeah.
Because it actually has just about all. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have artificial smoke. It's just
What is it with the vinegar and the
What was
meat?
that thing you mentioned?
that artificial thing.
Yeah. Is that like near beer?
Yeah, I guess.
Why is the vinegar so good on the meat? I don't
What's the
understand.
fatty?
It's the acidity. Yeah, the acidity cuts the fat.
Okay.
It also cuts the smoke and helps that.
So good.
The biggest challenge a barbecue man has, besides the consistency, is balance. Okay, you have to work, and you'll notice this now as you're eating barbecue somewhere. You have to work to not have the smoke overpower the spice to overpower the sauce to overpower the meat. Everything has to be in perfect harmony.
Do you believe that you? Okay, there's the business owner side of you. There's the.
Why? When we opened, there was a lot of things I told my wife. So I don't care if I don't plan to open a chain. I'm not like trying to make $1 million, but I want everything to be something I would feed my family or feed the judges who compete. I want my name on it. My name's on the front door. I want people to know that it's quality. It's a barbecue joint. Everything's made daily. My fingers in everything, or my hands are in everything, trying to make sure that it stays that way.
You can taste your love and passion for the business.
Chef
for
Dell,
sure.
what do you think about those beans?
Oh, the
Taste
beans.
it.
The beans are absolutely incredible. I need a spoon.
This one, I haven't touched this one.
Okay, cool. There we go. So you were doing that close up. I mean, now they've been sitting a while, but let me stir them back
Got a
up.
big chunk of
They're
bacon.
good cold.
So, oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at that.
Ooh.
Look. Oh, there's a
That was a nice chunk.
restaurant owner. Are you catering to what you love and hope that everybody else, and you're selling them on what you love,
Wow,
or are
that's
you
a-
catering to the customer? And
Oh my God.
well, here's the reason why I'm asking, because you were saying how as a barbecuer, in barbecue restaurants and stuff, they struggle to have the balance. It has actually been proven over and over again that those that used to smoke or smoke a lot, like cigarettes, put salt on food before you taste it.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
Because in order for that to, then in their eyes, the only way it's going to have flavor is if they add more
Pick it
salt
up,
to it.
yeah.
And it's because the smoke blocks, and any competition barbecuer knows this for a fact. The guy that's standing by in the pit doesn't taste the food most of the time because he can't. The smoke has gotten into their taste buds and has lost their ability to actually taste all the different complex things that you worked so hard to achieve.
Yeah, I'll buy that for $1. I know it because I don't smoke anymore. 30 years ago I smoked, and yeah, you can't taste it.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I used to smoke cigars. I don't anymore. I'm not faulting anybody if they enjoy that.
I do. I smoke cigars, and yeah, the food don't taste the same.
But
you gotta have
you
the
know-
cigar after dinner.
The only thing I smoke now is barbecue.
Palate.
So it's
How do you get that brisket in the pipe?
right. Hey.
So then one of my Instagram regulars comes in. So you got to have a food challenge. So you need to have a food challenge. Well, I can't do an all you can eat. You know what I mean? Because I don't have a big place. It takes me 5-6 hours to do ribs, 18 hours to do brisket. Okay, so if they come in here, 3 college guys come in here and eat 40 pounds of meat, well, now I'm out of business for the day. It just
pretty
doesn't
much.
make sense, right? And we wanted to get into things. It's like, all right, we can do a spicy food challenge, but I had to play with it for a long time because I didn't want it to just be something hot. So many places do these spicy food challenges. You might as well drink gasoline because it's about how much flavor some of those hot sauces have. It's all vinegar and all capsaicin, and I'm sorry, that just doesn't taste good. And there's a lot of sauces on the market that I think just fit that profile. It's too bad. So I wanted something that tastes good. We also wanted it to be something that we could do on a moment's notice and not run out of and have to create something crazy for it. So we came up with a thing we call the Brahma Bowl. It's a half-pound burger with a half-pound of brisket tossed in 4 ounces of something we call Cowboy Up ketchup. And then it's got our hot link sausage on it. It's got pepper jack cheese.
Okay, where's
It's
that
got
burger?
fried jalapenos.
We're gonna need that burger.
Yeah.
We're gonna need that burger.
So we had to make this. This is something we call Cowboy Up ketchup. And I have to make this and can it because we obviously don't go through it very fast. So
Now, before I taste it, I'm gonna have to pull up my big boy pants.
Cowboy Up, right?
Oh, here we go.
Smells amazing.
All right, sir. Here we go.
So, you know, like I said, this guy comes in, that ain't hot, this isn't hot. So I brought this out to him one day and said, okay, Steve, try this.
So you're tricky because you can't even smell it. You know,
That's
a
very nice.
lot of hot sauces you can smell the hot. This one you can't even smell it. So it's, you know.
That's good.
Now, the key to eating hot stuff is not to woof it down. You start swallowing air, you start doing the hiccups, you start sweating, your eyes start watering. Just, it's like wine, right? Taste it and breathe. You know, right?
It's good.
Breathe. Let it in. It's like a scotch, right? You taste it and breathe. So I brought this out to this guy and he started crying. He's like, oh, this is great, I love it. But you should serve it with sides of ranch or sour cream.
No, it's good though.
No. You want something hot, you get something hot. You don't get ice cream to go with it and fix it. All right?
It's just now feeling the heat. You hit the tongue, you hit the palate, and
So
now it's
we start
working its
with-
way.
So here's the thing, though. I mean, it's already it's one of those that's like, okay, that's gone away, so let's do it again. You know, and you just want to dive in some more, and you dive in some more.
When we put this burger together and we take 4 ounces of that and 8 ounces of brisket and toss it in it, you can't get away from it. And then it's hot. The heat, you know, accentuates the spiciness. So, you know, and then it's layers of heat. So, yeah, they're all confident when they first start. About 3 bites, you got to decide how committed you are to this burger. 'Cause it's about a 2-pound burger by the time you're done with it.
It's really good though.
So that's made with 10 pounds of smoked habaneros.
Wow.
So we smoke them, we puree them, we do all this with them,
That's
put them
my
down,
favorite
and then I
chili.
can it because, like I
love
said,
habanero.
you know, we don't go through it fast enough. So it's a lot of work to produce it. But then we came up with this, and this is made with a lot of fruit, and this is called Area 51 sauce. Oh, my fingernails are
It's gonna
dirty.
hurt.
I have to edit out my dirty thumbnail. So this is Area 51 sauce. We put this in with our sweet sauce for our wings on Sunday.
Okay. I was just gonna say, hopefully I don't offend you, but I think that would be amazing on wings.
Well, I think it's a little much
The last
straight.
sauce.
I'm sure it'd be all right.
Oh, dude. Lights out.
So that's
ginger in
that's
that
made
is
with ghost peppers.
Habanero. Oh, okay.
Fantastic.
Ghost chili.
There's ginger in it. There's a lot of different fruits.
Oh, that's
There's
good.
pear. There's pineapple. There's guava. There's mango. I mean,
So here's what I'm gonna do though.
Wow.
So now I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take a little bit of this. Take a little bit of this.
Wow.
Your hard wash.
That's what 100 times hotter Scoville units than a jalapeno.
I'll mix
Yeah.
them together.
Man.
Now you have your wing glaze.
so
Dude, have you tried that?
no, but it's a good idea.
Cowboy up and try it.
Wow. That's
It's
good.
really, really good.
I'm a chili whore, man. I love the heat. Habanero is my absolute favorite.
Yeah, it does go together good.
The ghost chili, though, is
Mother of God, that's
that's
hot.
up there. You got the scorpion chili and the Scotch bonnet. They're all like right.
I'm working on a new Yeah.
Yeah,
I took a bigger bite.
yeah, that's gnarly.
Get some water.
Yeah, but I've had all of them at the same time.
No water.
I'll do another beer.
No, I don't want water.
Water
I
makes
just
it worse.
need a little.
I do a little strawberry butter.
Oh, there we go. I forgot about that.
That one's
Strawberry
untouched right here. Bomb.
Yep, dairy product mixed in it.
We'll cut it a little bit.
All right.
Unbelievable. That was good.
So I just made this, and I've only used it once.
Dude,
I went somewhere else. I steal a lot of ideas. I'm not gonna lie, but I steal something and I improve it. I think. I went to another barbecue place, and they had some different sauces out. So this is Tennessee hot honey. It's not as spicy as the other ones at all. It's sweet. It's sticky. Got a little spice to
I
it.
used something very similar on my ribs.
So, and this is another pretty sauce. Look at the color.
We're all recovering from this the ghost chili.
And then this doesn't have anywhere near the heat as the other two.
it's finally going away. Problem with ghosts is they reappear. The
Yeah.
problem is they come out the wrong direction. Oh man, that is gorgeous.
That's good. Excellent.
Oh baby.
That's good on pork.
That is
Be great
really-
on ribs, wouldn't it?
That is really good on. That would be really good on ribs.
Sweet and savory, and then you have the salty.
Yeah. I haven't tried it on ribs yet. We've had it on pork.
Dude, drizzle it over your apple crumbles.
That'd be good too.
Dessert, and then hit it with a little heat.
Yep. You know, if you do your scoop of ice cream or your cream or, you know, whatever your creamy component is, if you even offer that, put that on top, drizzle that over the top of it.
Yeah.
Dude. Maybe some railings.
I need a bigger place just to make more food.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, buddy.
And I'm working on a new rub. I don't have it done yet, but I'm working on it.
I just came up with a new one.